Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 2. And today, I'm gonna be giving you part 7 of What If the 10 Tails was sealed inside of Naruto. Remember to get this one to 100 likes as usual, share this to all of your friends in your social media platform, and also stay in tune because after this, I'm gonna be posting a new episode of What If Naruto's a Vampire. And over on Anime King, I'm gonna be posting What If Kaguya was Naruto's mother. So stay in tune for that and I hope you guys enjoy. And later on, I'm gonna be posting a brand new episode of What If Naruto was neglected by everyone. So stay in tune for that as well guys and I hope you guys enjoy. And yeah, remember if you're new to go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become a part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and your support. And also comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying and talking back to all of you. So without further ado, let's begin this new episode. Start the intro.
I think the girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their
So, the last time we left off, after releasing the Jubi into a blood clone, she headed off as Hidan killed all of the Sun and Sand ninjas outside the wall, tearing them to pieces, as neither of them was a match for him. As Naruto sealed off all the entrance and the exits, as the Jubi went up to the tower, as she entered, and saying that she is here for Orochimaru, as the Kazekage quickly jumped outside to take off the robe and reveal Orochimaru, as the Sound 4 came out of their disguise as they put up the barrier. As the Jubi took on Orochimaru, Orochimaru quickly found out that he was outgunned. He quickly did the reanimation jutsu and brought back the first and second, but the Jubi was able to extract them rather quickly and took care of them, as she then badly damaged Orochimaru's arm as he fled, as she allowed him to leave, knowing that the Akatsuki will take care of him soon enough, as she's going to leave that up to them. Time then passed as Minato and Naruto was arguing. As Minato realized everything that Naruto said was true, he was becoming too involved in his position as a Hokage, as he wasn't really focusing on his family. As he then started to take notice, as he quickly started to focus more on Naruto and Saya, as he started to train Naruto in sealing. As Konan visited Naruto, so Naruto started his killing again, as he slaughtered ninjas, envoys, and civilians at night, as the village was in an uproar, as a lot of people was dying, so they want to find the killer immediately. And it took a long time, but he was finally caught. As Minato was beyond surprised, as he saw Naruto in the room, chuckling like a madman, as he couldn't believe it. He couldn't even talk to Naruto as he left the room. He then went home as Kushina saw how depressed and out of it he looked, as he told her, as she was beyond shock, as she went there to see for herself, but Naruto was already extracted, as he had left Konoha, as Konan had freed him from that place by taking care of the guards and swooping in and taking him out of there, as she brought him to the Valley of the End. But Naruto told her that he wants to wait. He believed that Sasuke is going to betray Konoha and go for Orochimaru, as she said that he's supposed to be in the rain in 1 month time, as Naruto nodded. When Saya overheard the news, she was angry, upset, and sad and all that. It didn't matter who or what, Naruto will never hurt her, and she was sure of that. So she will get stronger and she will bring him back, and she will get rid of that damn Jubi that is controlling him, because that's the thing that is influencing her brother. So yeah guys, that was basically the last part we left off. You guys can switch across the playlist and check it out for yourself. So let's start this new episode. We start this episode with Jubi as she enters the shop, carrying the money in her hand, as she needs to buy more soldier pills, and fruits, and meat. Perhaps they should have packed more supplies, as Naruto was still at the Valley of the End waiting. I will take 100 soldier pill pack, the Jubi said, handing the clerk the money. Each pack contained 4 pills. You know that, the clerk said. I know, I want them, said Jubi. Okay, he said, as he took the money, as he counted, as he then went to get the pills. I feel bad for Naruto, so I'm doing this, but I hate dealing with humans. He thinks just because I'm a woman that I don't understand things. As she growled under her breath. Here they are, the clerk said, as he stacked up the pill packs. Jubi nodded as she took out an empty storage scroll, as she sealed away all of them. Do you need anything else? The clerk asked. Well, do you have any chakra wire? Jubi asked. Chakra wire? Well, I only have 1 box full of wads, which only come to a total of 20 wads, the clerk said. That's a lot. I'll take 3 wads, the Jubi said. After getting them, she left the store. 1 sack of rice, 5 apples, 2 watermelons, 10 oranges, 9 peaches, and 4 plums, said the female clerk. That will be 5,670 Ryu. As Jubi gave her the money. Farewell, said Jubi, as she left with a smile. Sometime later, Jubi entered the cave, tossing her to the scroll that she used to seal away the soldier pills. As she was unsealing the other things, I bought some pans so we can have some rice, she said, as she unsealed a metal pot. Why? Said Naruto. We will be staying here for a while, she said, as she bit into an orange. I don't think you eat them that way, Naruto said. Well, I like the skin, she said with a smirk. Back at Konoha, Sasuke looked at Saya, who continued to rant about how stupid her brother was. Sakura looked annoyed, mainly because she believed saving Naruto is hopeless. Sasuke knew that too, but he didn't want to be the one to get slapped or be hunted down by Naruto Uzumaki. Saya, you do realize he's a murderer, right? Sakura sighed, looking at her friend and her teammate. Saya huffed. It's not his fault. He's being controlled, she said. He wasn't being controlled when he almost killed you at the Chunin exams, said Sakura. Shut up. He went easy on me, said Saya. That means he's even more powerful than he is, which is impossible for a normal genin. He's not a normal genin, Saya yelled. I know, he's a cruel, cold-hearted ex-genin, Sakura yelled. Saya then got up. Goodbye, Sasuke, she said. Screw you, Sakura, as she then ran off. Later that day, Sasuke lay in the hospital bed, as he wanted to fight Saya to see how they match up. After what happened with Itachi, the thing that was holding him back was a threat of Naruto Uzumaki. The boy was a monster, a powerful one at that. Sasuke knows that he has no chance of beating Naruto, and if he really cares about Saya that much, what if he accidentally go too far? As he placed a hand on his neck, what if he take things too far and hurt her badly? Would Naruto come after him? Even he could see the love Naruto has for Saya, how he always held back and never hurt her. He didn't even see their fight, but he heard the stories. He knew that he could kill Saya if he wanted. Naruto had unbelievable chakra reserves and amazing power. And for now, Sasuke cannot fight him and win. No, he wouldn't be able to leave alive. Whenever he used a special taijutsu, Sasuke tried to watch him and keep track of him with his Sharingan, but Naruto moved so fast that he couldn't. Only a blur of movement he saw. As he remembered in the forest when Naruto came back, covered in blood, 6 teams was reported dead. No doubt Naruto was behind all of them. Time skip. Naruto hummed as he bit down into the apple. Naruto, what are you doing? The Jubi asked. What do you mean? Said Naruto. Your headband, Jubi said, bending down to pick it up. What about it? Naruto asked. Jubi sharpened her claws as she then put a scratch right through it. You know, I was wondering something, said Naruto. What is it? Jubi asked. Well, what is our plans exactly? Naruto asked. Rather simple. We help the Akatsuki and get all my power back. We stay with them for 10 years so they can gain control of the human world. After that, we will go to hell. You will become my heir and a demon prince. I'm planning on letting you absorb the Kyuubi chakra yourself so you can become a demon. Once I take the 8 Bijus, I will have enough power to create the lost power from the Kyuubi, she said. You would give me all that power? Said Naruto as he blinked. Of course. Why wouldn't I? You're my cub, she said. And I need to protect you, no matter how strong you get, she said, as she smiled and pat him on the head. I am not a dog, said Naruto. I know, but I like to pat you on the head, she said, as she chuckled. Whatever, said Naruto. Meanwhile, in a distant hideout, with Orochimaru, Kimimaro coughed up blood as he was barely able to stand up. I must go, he said. To help, Orochimaru-sama, he said, as he was jumping, as he was leaping from tree to tree. He then crashed on the ground as he coughed up some blood. As he got up and wiped his mouth. I can't afford to stop now. As he arrived near to the Valley of the End. The next morning, who the hell is that, Naruto said, as there was a passed out boy in front of the cave. Who knows, Jubi said, but he does have a bloodline. What is it, Naruto asked, as the Kyuubi placed a hand over his chest. Shikatsu Mayako, bone control and creation. It's one of my more powerful bloodline. But every now and then a child is born, a much better gift of it. It carries the curse of slowly destroying you, unless you can heal it, Jubi said, as she picked him up. We're helping him, said Naruto. Yes, I won't let this blood limit die out. Thank you very much, she said, as she brought him into the cave. What about Sasuke Uchiha, Naruto asked following her. 4 Uchihas are still alive, all males. They can continue the line, and I really don't care if the Sharingan dies out. I got tired of watching over the foals, just to make sure they don't go overboard. Naruto sighed. What's the other reason, he asked. He can be useful to us. He has the mark of Orochimaru on his chest, can't you see? Alright, we will keep him for now, said Naruto. I know, Jubi said. Besides, I would have taken him in anyway. He's dying, she said, in a whisper tone. Sometime later, I say we kill him, said Naruto. No, Jubi said. Why not, if he works for Orochimaru? When he gets up, he will attack us. No, she said. May I ask, why can't we kill him? Can't you just re-gift the bloodline? That's not the point, said Jubi. I gifted each bloodline to certain type of family and made them certain ways for balance. The Kaguya clan is a war clan. They were made to defend themselves, since they used to be a civilian clan and they could never defend themselves from raids, enemies' attacks. So eventually they became the war clan of water. Back then, each nation were together, just called the land of water or the land of fire, etc. Each land had its own set of civilian villages with the ninja clans that constantly move or stay one place. The Kaguya clan worked not for only civilian clan but for other villages. All they asked for was the spoils of war. They were the perfect family for the bloodline. Each bloodline and Kekkei Genkai has their purpose, Jubi said. So there's no other clan able to get this blood limit, Naruto asked. Unless you plan to have a bunch of children. So, you're helping him because you want to continue on the Kaguya clan, Naruto asked. Yes, Jubi said. Naruto looked over at Kimimaro, who was laying down on the blanket. He's to live no matter what. His lungs are heavily damaged. Thanks to Orochimaru curse seal, she said in a very sarcastic tone. Orochimaru, that rotten bastard. He must have known that his curse seal would just push up the boy's death, but he still gave him it anyway, as it make his chakra go haywire, and his bones are poking into certain organs inside of him. As Orochimaru must have known of this, but he still gave it to the boy. Do you think you'll be able to remove it? Asked Naruto. Of course I will, Jubi said. Slightly anyway. I'm going to convert it all into pure chakra and destroy the connection it has to Orochimaru. I'm going to tie the connection to your chakra so it doesn't continue to cause havoc in the boy's body. Your chakra will help and eventually bring him back to full health, she explained. And why should I allow you to do that to me? Isn't there a downside, Naruto asked. Well, with your permission, you can pump your chakra through the connection. It goes the same way with him, Jubi said. And the downside, Naruto asked. Your chakra will become tainted. It will become purple. This will help in the future though. It will change your chakra signature, Jubi said. Having tainted chakra, what does it keep me from doing, Naruto asked. You won't be able to break the seal holding me back. But that way you don't have to worry about, since Pain, Konan, or anyone else with untainted chakra can do it. Pain chakra would be the best, Jubi said. Fine, Naruto said. I will allow it. On the condition that you teach me a S-rank jutsu. As he watched Jubi, glowing white hands cover Kimimaaru's chest. I guess, she said. Okay then, said Naruto. The next day, Kimimaaru slowly opened his eyes. Where am I? He mumbled. You're alive, said a female voice. His eyes looked to the side to see a black-haired female and a blonde-haired male. Who are you? Where am I? He said, as he sat up quickly. My name is Jubi, and this is Naruto, she said. I healed you. Under a few conditions though, she said. Impossible. Orochimaru-sama couldn't heal me, so how could you? Asked Kimimaaru. Your sickness is more of a trait that was going to get you when you were much older. Instead, you got it now because of that cursed seal. I destroyed the cursed seal and made a connection from you to Naruto, the Jubi said. You're going to live, rather easily if I may add. Your health, she said. Who are the both of you exactly? Asked Kimimaaru, as he narrowed his eyes curiously. I am the Jubi, the 10-tailed wolf, or well, I used to be. I was defeated by the Sage of Six Paths, who split my power and created the Bijus. He was my first Jinchuriki before he sealed me into the moon. During all of those years, I created every bloodline in Kekkei Genkai, including yours. That is why I could heal you. Naruto is my Jinchuriki and my heir, despite him not being a demon yet, she explained. You both are the ones that hurt Orochimaru-sama. Yes, Naruto said, walking over. I know you're not a bad person, despite what your clan is like. Why exactly do you help Orochimaru? Naruto asked. He showed me the meaning of my life, said Kimimaaru. Your meaning of life is to live. Your destiny and fate is your decision, not to serve him or anyone else, Naruto said. Even though I don't want to, if you don't cooperate, Naruto can kill you. Thanks to the connection, Jubi said. I would rather die than betray Orochimaru-sama, said Kimimaaru. That seems rather forced. Do you really want to work for a man who doesn't care about you dying? Naruto asked. If you stay with us, he started. But the Jubi cut in. You'll become part of my pack, she said. And after the fourth Shinobi War, that will no doubt happen in the future, I will remove the connection fully, since you will be fully healed by then, so you can continue your life. You can start your own family, anything. Why should I even consider this? Said Kimimaaru. Yes or no? Life or death? Said Naruto. As Kimimaaru felt pressure all of a sudden, as he didn't know why. As he felt it, there was a connection between him and this boy called Naruto. Was Orochimaru just using him for his entire life? Was his life just a joke to Orochimaru? Could they really help him? Well, for now, at least he should just cooperate with them to see if they were the right choice. I will join you, he said. Good, Jubi said. I'll teach you some dances. Dances? Naruto said. The link to Shikatsu Mayaku, said the Jubi. Oh, said Naruto. Here, eat, Jubi said, as she threw an apple to Kimimaaru, as he caught it. I'm cooking the rice and meat now, said Jubi. Thank you, said Kimimaaru. Back at Konoha, Sasuke growled under his breath as he attempted to move from the wire that tied him to the tree. Listen here, Uchiha. I don't give a damn if Orochimaru-sama wants you with us or not. Either agree to come with us or be killed, the girl said. Sasuke growled, but he knew he had no chance. He promised you power, the girl said. Power, Sasuke thought. The one thing he needs, and the only thing he won't find in Konoha. Fine, Sasuke said, I'll come with you, but I want to change, as he was still in his hospital clothes after he left the place without permission. Fine, just meet up at the gate, she said. Yeah, said Sasuke, as she released him. See you later, Sasuke-sama, the taunting from one of the male called as they dashed towards the gates. Time skip. Wrong, your posture is too stiff. Relax your arms, and when you twirl, let the bones shoot from your palms, Jubi said. Kimimaaru nodded as he repeated the move. As Naruto sat off on a tree, as he's training, as Jubi has him, shaping metals, diamonds, gemstones into certain shape. He can already turn gold and silver into shurikens of all sizes and shapes. As Naruto hummed, as he created a golden shuriken, as it was rather large. The problem is he does it too slowly. till he can do it in 4 seconds. Jubi will not move on to the next part of his bloodline Kekigenkai training. Naruto tilted his head to the side as a bone went flying past him. What the hell? He cried out. Sorry Naruto-sama, said Kimimaro. Whatever, Naruto said. Your aim is too off. Let's try this again, shall we? Jubi said. As she moved over to position his arms and his legs. You're getting better. It's just, in this style, you cannot control your aim well. Meanwhile, at Konoha, Anvu, Minato called. Hokage-sama, said the Anvu wearing a dog mask. Call Kakashi Hatake, Neji Hyuga, Kiba Inuzaka, Shikamaru Nara, Choji Akamichi, and Saya Namikaze. Immediately, the Anvu nodded as he vanished. Sometime later, Dad, what's up? Said Saya, as she and the others entered the room. I have a mission for you, 6, said Minato. What happened? Said Saya. Sasuke Uchiha harmed Sakura last night, not to a fatal extent, but only knocking her out, and he has left the village. Not only that, the path we predict he is going to take. I believe Naruto will be on it. Kakashi, your mission is to find and capture Naruto at all costs. And you 5 will find Sasuke Uchiha. Naruto should be somewhere around the Valley of the End, if our guesses are right. What? Why can't I help get Naruto? Saya said. Capture or kill is the mission, said Minato. Naruto is to be killed for murdering over 400 innocent civilians and over a dozen ninja. As Saya looked at her father in shock, this was still going to happen? Kakashi will go ahead of you guys. Kakashi, your main mission is Naruto, not Sasuke, said Minato. As Kakashi nodded, alright then, said Minato, move out. Time skip. Jubi froze as she growled low in her throat. What is it? Asked Kimimaro. I felt the wire I set up in the forest go off. I made it weaker, but I infused it with my chakra so the moment it snapped, I will know. As she felt more and more strings being snapped. 4 members with tainted chakra and another with sedated chakra, as if he's asleep, but not asleep, Jubi said. And a total of 6 behind them. One of them, of the 6 going quicker than the others. Naruto quickly jumped off the branch. Naruto, you're right, Sasuke has probably betrayed Konoha and is going off. But I'm guessing the faster one, it's probably for you, Jubi said. Kimimaro opened his mouth, as he hesitated, but he then spoke. The Sound 4 was ordered to capture Sasuke Uchiha and bring him back to Orochimaru, to become his host, so he can become the Sharingan. What do you know of gaining a host? Asked Jubi. He take their body, taking all of their chakra and their power. The Sharingan would stay since it's a bloodline. That is why he wanted so much. He has to change body. Usually, if the body is weaker, it will have to change quicker. That is all I know of it, said Kimimaro, since I was supposed to be his next host, but I got sick. Using bastard, Naruto thought, as he then glanced towards the forest. I'm going to scope the area. Both of you stay here, said Jubi. Naruto, give me some of my chakra. Yeah, said Naruto, as he placed his hand on the seal, as he then moved over and sealed most of her chakra into the seals on her wrist. About 1% of my chakra remain in you, Jubi said. You can do without my chakra, thankfully, so this won't harm you. You just won't be able to go into demonic state, she said. I got my eyes, don't I, he said. Whatever, Jubi said. Kimimaro, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. And with that she jumped off. Meanwhile, Kakashi took the opposite route, as he went around, as he shot towards the Valley of the End. His mission is not the same as the others. He was to find Naruto, even though he preferred not to harm his old student. Kakashi could only sigh. He didn't want to harm his student, Sasuke or Naruto, neither of them. He may have spent more time with Sasuke, but he knew Naruto since he was a little kid, as he watched him grow up. Is that how Sarutobi felt, having to fight his own student? As Kakashi knew there was a large chance of the Jubi taking Naruto, the curse mark taking over Sasuke's mind. Both of them have something to blame, but Naruto killing hundreds of civilians, that was years ago, so perhaps it was his choice. Perhaps it was him. Over 300 young ninjas and civilians were taken, and it happened, and none of them noticed until it was too late, as Kakashi could only see Orochimaru mixed with Itachi inside of Naruto, as they were all mixed up, as he had the cold, uncaring trait of Itachi with the bloodlust of Orochimaru. Despite him being a genin right now, his skills was probably already a low jonin, and his bloodline was even worse. He doesn't have to perform hand signs to use it. As Kakashi could already guess, he has enhanced strength and speed from training that month. If he cannot get Naruto this time, no doubt there will be a larger bounty on him just for being with a Jubi. And if Naruto defeat him, he will move up to A rank. As Kakashi could no longer sense the others behind him, as he could see the large clearing coming up. As he landed swiftly on the dirt, but something kept him from moving. It was a black-haired woman standing in front of him. "Hello, Kakashi Hatake." "Who are you?" Kakashi asked. "I am the Jubi," she said as she cackled, as his one eye went wide. "You wish to fight Naruto, don't you?" Jubi stated, cocking her head to the side. "I shall let you, he can handle you. My focus is not making Orochimaru get the Sharingan." As she then vanished. Kakashi frowned under his mask, but he shot forward. He had no time for distractions. Jubi smirked as she watched Kakashi shot off towards Naruto. As she turned, as she sent Sasuke faint chakra. She doesn't want Orochimaru to get the Sharingan, so if she have to, she will kill Sasuke. Meanwhile, Kakashi jumped through the forest as a set of trees got thinner and thinner until he finally landed. The moment he did, as he stood up, he saw Naruto with a white-haired male. "Who are you?" Kakashi said, as he looked at the white-haired boy. "Nice to meet you, Kakashi Hatake." "Naruto-sama, should I tell him my name?" "Go ahead," said Naruto. "My name is Kimmaru Kaguya. Naruto-sama has ordered me not to get involved with your fight," Kimmaru said as he stepped back. As Naruto walked forward, "Confident, are we?" said Kakashi. "And why exactly should I be scared of you?" Naruto said, as he quickly formed a silver blade in his hand, as he dashed towards Kakashi. As Kakashi dodged to the side, but Naruto twisted his body around and thrust the blade towards Kakashi. As Kakashi jumped upwards, dodging the blade. As Naruto ran forward, as Kakashi was dodging each and every swipe, until Naruto cut him right in the chest, as Kakashi jumped back, as it cut right through his vest, but it wasn't a major wound. As Naruto then held the blade like a spear, as he thrust it forward, Earth style, "Mud wall," said Kakashi. As Kakashi had to jump out of the way, as the blade tear right through the mud wall, Kakashi went through handstand again, Earth style, "Mud dragon," he said, as the mud shot up until it turned into a dragon. As it chased after Naruto, it stunned him right in the back as Naruto flipped over, as the dragon then came down on him and slammed right into his chest, burying him down into the ground. When the mud dragon finally vanished, Kakashi got up as he looked over, as Naruto was lying on the ground, his entire body covered in mud, as his eyes were closed. As Naruto chuckled, as Kakashi went on guard. "I'm not dead yet," Naruto said, as multiple spears of shurikens formed above him out of silver, as they dashed towards Kakashi, as Kakashi pulled a kunai and dodged most of them and knocked them away, until some of them implanted into his chest. But at the last second, Kakashi vanished, replacing with a log. "Fire style, blasting sun stream," said Kakashi, as Naruto heard the voice behind him. As Naruto jumped out of the way, but some of the flames scorched his leg as he flipped over, as he landed, as his legs was burned, but not that badly. But Jubi wasn't here, so it wouldn't heal as yet. But Naruto was surprised on the heal rather fast. "Naruto, not only the Jubi can heal you, because you're a faithful follower of myself, I will heal you as well. No, kill that bastard," said Jashin. Naruto gave a small nod as he stood up. As Naruto watched Kakashi, Sharingan eyes started to change. "What the hell?" Naruto said, as he then started screaming pure agony, as he felt his arm being ripped off, as he looked towards his side to see some sort of vortex sucking away his arm, until he cried out in pain. My arm, he said, as his arm was completely ripped off as blood was gushing from the socket. As Kakashi jumped forward, "Now you cannot make any hand signs. I will fit," but a huge spike of gems shot from the ground. Meanwhile, with Jubi, as she frowned as she felt something wrong with Naruto, as she could tell, as she stopped, she then turned into a pool of blood. As she went back into the seal, she wouldn't let Kakashi harm him anymore. Meanwhile, Kakashi was dodging as fast as he could, as a lot of spikes were breaking from the ground, intending on tearing through his body. as he almost got stabbed by around 20 thin, sharp spikes of gold. Meanwhile, Naruto cried out as black chakra came out of his arm socket, as the black chakra started to form as it became more solid. Kakashi watched in shock as the black chakra turned into an arm. The skin didn't match Naruto's own, it was very pale and you could see the blue veins pumping new set of blood in the arm. The claws, they weren't even nails, they were made out of black steel. Don't worry Naruto, the arm will fit to your body easily, just with a few differences, Jubi said. As Naruto stood up, as he looked at Kakashi, as he looked on his arm, as he flexed it a bit. Dancing wolf, Naruto growled, as Kakashi was caught off guard by Naruto's speed, as Naruto was able to land hits on him. As Naruto delivered a brutal kick into his side, as Kakashi was sent flying, as he hit hard, as he screamed on the ground, as he started to cough up some blood. As Naruto launched at him, "Die! If you kill me, you will hurt Saya," said Kakashi, as the blade froze right above Kakashi's neck. "You never teach her, so why shouldn't I kill you? She already thinks of me as a demon," Naruto said in a rather soft tone. "She doesn't. She wants to bring you back to the village and help you, despite that you kill a great portion of people in your short life of 12 years. If you're not a monster, then you won't kill me," Kakashi said, as he coughed up some more blood. "I am a monster. I am a demon," Naruto said, as he pressed down on the blade into Kakashi's neck, but not with enough force to break through the skin. "If you care about Saya, you won't let her see you again in this light. You won't kill me," said Kakashi. As Naruto went silent, as he growled, as he then threw away the blade, as he turned it into a hard surface, as he slammed it in Kakashi's head, knocking him out. "You should have killed him," said Jubi. "Jashin may be angry at me for it, but I can't hurt my sister, not anymore. After our 3 years of training, I will kill him then." Kimmaru then landed. "Naruto-sama, you okay?" "Yeah, come on Kimmaru, let's go," as the both of them headed off. As Kimmaru followed Naruto, as he stared at the arm in shock, as he couldn't help but look at the blue veins that pump in the arm. As they finally arrived back to the cave, as Naruto entered, as he lied down on the blanket. "Do you need anything, Naruto-sama?" "No, not for now. Just tell me when anyone comes into the Valley of the End." As Kimmaru nodded. 30 minutes later, someone as entered the Valley of the End, said Kimmaru as he came back. "What do they look like?" "A black-haired male and a red-haired female," said Kimmaru. "I'll let the fight continue for now. Tell me if the female is fatally injured," Naruto said, as he then lay his head back on the stone wall of the cave. "Jashin-sama," he called out, "I am not mad at you. I know that everyone has their own people they will never hurt. For Hidan, it's that Kakazu, even though he will never admit it. But in the end, I know you plan to kill that guy." "Thanks, Jashin-sama," said Naruto. "Rest, my child. Let the Jubi heal you," said Jashin. "Yeah," said Naruto. Sometime later, "Naruto-sama, the female has been fatally injured. He stabbed her right through the chest." Naruto slowly stood up. "The male?" he said. "He's just looking at her." As Naruto got up and walked past Kimimaro, as Naruto went down as he saw Sasuke looking down at Saya, as he could easily kill Sasuke right now. "Don't," Jubi said. "Even though I don't want Orochimaru to get the Sharingan, I have to focus my chakra on your new arm, and you have to focus as well, so don't get into anything rash." "But," said Naruto. "Shush," Jubi said. Meanwhile, Konan glanced at Pain. "Pain-sama," she said. "As I told you, Naruto Uzumaki is very vital to our plans. In the next 4 years, the Jubi will be released and destroy the major villages, and the Akatsuki will slowly take over the world," he said. As Konan nodded, "I have decided that Naruto Uzumaki shall train for the next 3 years. As he pulled his hand out of the machine, as he picked up and threw her a scroll. "Give him that scroll and gather the information for his training," Pain said. Time skip with Naruto. Konan entered the cave. "Konan, what do you want?" said Naruto. "Pain-sama has told me to tell you that for the next 3 years you will be training." "Who is this?" she asked, looking at Kimmaru. "Kimimaru Kagai is my own worker. He will not be a part of the Akatsuki," said Naruto. "Pain-sama wished to know what your training is, And what will you be training on? Said Konan. Ninjutsu, Kenjutsu, Taijutsu, and your Kekkei, Jubi whispered in his head, as she was rather weak from constantly pushing her chakra into his arm. As Naruto repeated to Konan, my training shall finish in 3 years' time, he said. Perfect timing. I shall repeat this all to Pain-sama. He requests that you read this scroll. As Naruto caught the scroll and opened it, as it read, Naruto Uzumaki, after your 3 years of training, you shall go into a coma. This coma is used for us to seal the Bijus inside of you as soon as we get the Ichibai, and it will continue until we have all of the Bijus, or till the seal of the coma wear off. Naruto nodded. Jubi wished to take the Kyuubi herself. Tell him that, Naruto said. My training will be starting soon, no worries, as he tossed the scroll back to Konan, who caught it. I shall repeat this all to Pain-sama, she said, as she burst into papers and vanished. Who was she? Naruto-sama asked Kimmaru. The Akatsuki, Naruto said. The group of S-rank criminals who want to catch all the Bijus, Kimmaru said. Let me guess, Orochimaru told you, said Naruto. Yes, Kimmaru said. Yeah, well, the Akatsuki is going to help Jubi return to her full power, Naruto stated. She was even more powerful than she already was, said Kimmaru, shocked. Much more powerful, said Naruto. Time skip. Minato watched as Saya and Jiraiya vanished from his view. As Saya was going on a training trip, as she wanted to become stronger, she begged him to allow her to do this, as she needed to become more powerful. Kushina has returned to Bina Anvu, one of the Hokage's guard. Tsunade is now the head of the hospital, with Sakura and Ino under her. Saya's friends want to help her, as her dream was not only to return Naruto, but return Sasuke as well. Her dreams may never be accomplished, but she will never give up, no matter what. Do you think it's a smart idea? Kushina whispered, as she was currently not in her Anvu outfit. She will be safe, said Minato. I know she will, he said. And Naruto, she said. All I hope that he doesn't fall totally into the abyss, Minato said. All we hope that he can retain some type of mercy, said Kushina. But after what they heard, that Kakashi said that he will hurt Saya if Naruto kill him, and Naruto held back, that means he still have some love. He still have something in his heart to hold back. He still care about his sister. Meanwhile, with Naruto, where are we, he asks, as they were in a burned place with a lot of ruins. This is my home, said Jubi. The vaults and libraries has remained untouched. We will be training here for the next 3 years. We're close to a village at least, Jubi said. She said that this is her home, said Naruto as he looked at Kimmaru. As Kimmaru gave a nod, this used to be her home, he thought. As he looked at it, it was all burned and destroyed. The vaults contained enough money from the samurai and the shinobi era. This should be enough, she said. And we will use all the scrolls and resources to train both of you. As she tell him everything, as Naruto repeated everything to Kimmaru. But guys, will be ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn that bell notifications stay posted. Remember to share to all of your friends on your social media platform, and stay in tune for the rest of the what ifs coming your way. But for now, I'm out of here. Peace.